Hi, my name is Pallavi, and I'll be talking about the farm bills of the year 2020. Agriculture comes under the state list of Schedule 7 of the Indian Constitution. To initiate reforms in the Indian agriculture sector, in 2017, the central government had released Model Farming Acts. However, several reforms suggested in the Model Acts have not been implemented by the states. The Indian Agriculture Act of the year 2020, often referred to as the Farm Bills, are three acts initiated by the Parliament of India in September 2020. The Lok Sabha approved the bills on 17 September and the Rajya Sabha on the 20th September. The President of India, Mr. Ramnath Kovind, gave his assent on 27 September 2020. Now I'll be talking about these three bills in brief. The first bill, the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020. The bill acts at opening up agriculture sale and marketing outside the notified mandis for farmers, removes the barriers to interstate trade, and provides a framework for electronic trading of agricultural produce. It expands the scope of trade areas of farmers' produce from select areas to any place of production, collection, and aggregation. It prohibits the state governments from levying any market fees, cess, or levy any farmers, traders, and electronic trading platforms for the trade of farmers' produce conducted in an outside trade area. The bill seeks to break the monopoly of common regulated mandis and allow farmers to sell directly to private buyers. The second, the Farmers Agreement on Price Assurance and the Farm Services Bill 2020. It creates a national framework for contract farming. It provides a legal framework for farmers to enter into written contracts with companies and produce for them. It defines a dispute resolution mechanism which was presently not there. The Act provides for a three-level dispute settlement mechanism: conciliation board, subdivisional magistrate, and appellate authority. The third bill, Essential Commodities Bill 2020. It removes cereals, pulses, oilseeds, edible oils, onions, and potatoes from the list of essential commodities. It will deregulate the production, storage, movement, and distribution of these food commodities. It will also remove stockholder limits of such items under extraordinary circumstances. It will allow agribusinesses to stock food articles and limit the government's ability to impose restrictions arbitrarily. What are the farmers' fears about these bills? Farmer unions in Punjab and Haryana say that the recent bills enacted at the centre will dismantle the minimum support price MSP system which is currently present. Over time, big corporate houses will dictate terms and farmers will end up getting lost for their crops. What are demands of the farmers? The farmers' key demand is the withdrawal of the three laws which deregulate the sale of their crops. The unions could also settle for a legal assurance that the MSP system should continue, ideally through an amendment to the laws. Farmers says rules against stubble burning should also not apply to them. These were some of the arguments against the farm bills. Now I'll be talking about the arguments in favor of the farm bills. The acts are hailed as a watershed movement in the history of the Indian agriculture that could initiate a complete transformation of agriculture, which is currently required, and the government is also aiming for it. The new farms acts are extended to benefit all the stakeholders, that is, the farmers, industries, and the consumers. The new farm acts would also help the small and marginal farmers, who are currently 86% of the total farmers, who don't have the means to either bargain for their produce to get a better price or invest in a technology to improve the productivity of farms. The new acts will also help in establishing a much more integrated market, creating competition, and enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness of the marketing domain of the agriculture sector. Though the bills have been passed by the parliament, but on the 21st January 2021, the Supreme Court stayed the implementation of the farm bills and appointed a committee to look into the farmer grievances related to the farm laws. Now we'll have to wait and watch what really happens to the future of these bills. Thank you.